Hi guys, welcome back to Inno Thinks. You know what movie I took for you today? I just picked up a great thriller. Let's see if they can put a twist at the end. You definitely wouldn't expect it, so what a mother does for some. Reason is take her son with her and go to a village far away from the city. They are staying in a rented house there. There is a large lake next to that house. While this was happening, suddenly, at night, something they had never even imagined came out of the lake and scared them and their son. So what's in that lake? Did they escape from that? Isn't it? Monsters, released in 2022. It's a story that ends with a terrifying thriller and a terrifying twist at the end. Okay, let's not waste time and get into the story of the film, shall we? Before you go, don't forget to leave just one like. So when this movie is happening, it's like it's happening in the 1950s. They're also lusting after a little boy. So his name has come up. If you look at him now, he must be having some kind of strange dream. He hears some strange sounds like he's near a lake. His mother is calling him Daku. So this is the name of the heroine of this film, Lara. You ready? Shall we leave? That's it. So I'm just now finding out. It seems like they're going to evacuate this town. So they're going to vacate this town and go live in a secret place in California. If you don't cut it like that, the next thing you're looking for is travel. This little boy is looking out the window very sadly because it seems like he has no desire to leave this town. However, it seems like our heroine has some kind of problem. That's why they decided to be alone without talking to anyone. And they went on this crazy trip. They traveled a long way and arrived in that place, in California. So, once you get there, don't you want to stay in a rented house in this place? That's why they must have told someone about it. So, that owner also meets our heroine and gives her the key. It seems like our heroine is coming to stay in a house that belongs to him. Give me the keys and take good care of the house. Let me know if you have any problems. I'll help you as much as I can, okay? They talk about it in a very nice way. Our heroine is very happy. It's rare to find a good homeowner like this, so our heroine should also say, "Thank you very much." If you look to the side there, asked the house owner's wife. Her name is Lenora. So, how soft was this house owner? Their vibe, Lenora, is the exact opposite of that. They must be very rude. They look angry just by looking at it now. It's like I have to rent out all these girls. However, our heroine doesn't see it. They just cut it, and the next one comes to this house. Hey, would be great to see this house. So, when I get inside, I have to convince her boyfriend first. So they gave him a beautiful room, and this is his room. Look at the hammer, he said, and left. If you look at that little boy, he's looking at that room. That's what he had a light bulb. So he opens all the windows and looks. If you look closely, there's a lag behind. That's like a big lake. So is this our heroine Kamicha? Has she just arrived home? So that's why they're taking all the things and hiding them. Our little boy and I were standing outside playing. Even the heroine said, "Okay, just stand here and play. Don't go anywhere else," and sent them away, saying they came home and got it ready. At the same time, if you look at this little boy, he just comes out and looks at you. It seems that this is the only house in this place. There's no one else's house nearby. This is how our heroine Kamicha is. Did she come home, clean it, and put everything away? Then they just looked through the window. Seems like our boy is here, but she sees the heroine's boyfriend. They will leave immediately. Oh, where did he go? Okay, maybe he'll play. Somewhere nearby, they quickly come out and inspect it. You will see him only when you come outside. I don't know where it went. So, where did he go? I quickly started looking for him. At the same time, if that side saw our little boy where, was that lag there or not? He is standing next to that lake, staring at it with a narrowed eye. It seems like something is hypnotizing. It's not only that, but a melodious voice is heard from within the lake. I wonder if that was his dream, just like the voice that came. From the beginning, he too is still watching the same thing, motionless. At that moment, it seemed as if something was rising from the water and then going back into the water. It is only when our heroine arrives at the scene and calls out his name that he returns to normal. Look, you shouldn't come here. It's dangerous to come here. Isn't it true that not everything comes near water? They scolded me and then quickly came back into the house, picked me up and left. It's getting dark now, so don't cut it. So our heroine came and stayed up all night reading a book and watching TV. If you watch this on TV, it looks like some kind of commercial show is running. They're just relaxing and watching it when suddenly the phone rings. Whatever the heroine does, she'll come quickly. If they think they're going to come quickly and answer the phone, they'll just hang up the phone and put it away as soon as the ring stops. I do not know why they won't talk about it, then come straight away. They're watching TV again. But if you watch this TV show, they're showing some kind of monster-related show. It's like a monster comes there, grabs a girl, and attacks. Her, our heroine, oblivious to all that, falls asleep to the song. So, just like that, after a while, a storm started to blow in that place. The wind is blowing so fast that everything in the house starts to shake a little. All the lights above are starting to shake. At the same time, they show us that there is a little boy's room, but there is also a figure standing outside the room. Our heroine Kamicha is here, isn't she? She's sleeping on the couch, isn't she? Then it felt like a dream to her. I wonder if you were watching this on TV or not. Some kind of monster has come and attacked a girl, and now it seems like our heroine is in the form of that girl. The monster is grabbing her waist and pulling her, and the hero is coming and pulling her underscore. A girl comes and tells us not to be afraid of anything, to be brave, and so on. Our heroine is blinking her eyes, so this is all a dream. And at the same time, I hear the sound of that little boy screaming. So I quickly come into the room and see what happened to our boy. He comes and gets scared. Mom, there's a monster here. Some kind of creature has come, so I'm scared. So I'm not afraid to go to the window, and I'm quickly opening the window and looking out. Yeah, look, there's only a lake there. Nothing else. Look, a big storm has hit here. That's why you're scared. So don't be afraid of anything. Okay? I'm with you. I've had a few dreams too. It's all waiting for that storm. You don't have to worry about anything. You have to be brave, right? Not only that, but when the little boy comes and tells you that you'll have a new school tomorrow, you should sleep well right now. He's a little scared. Okay, you come to that door and don't close it. And if you tell our heroine to do so, she will open the door and leave. If you look closely, you'll see that the people outside are picking up the phone. They're calling some doctor. Does the doctor's secretary say? Is there something a doctor like this wants to tell you right now? You tell me, I'll tell him. But our heroine cuts off without giving any answer. He cut it and took out a bottle of alcohol that was hidden there. They take it and start making drinks. Now it's the next day to cut. Didn't they tell us to? Send our little boy to school as soon as they woke up. So, take him to a good school there, drop him off, and don't think about it too much from now on. This school is your new school, right? You're welcome to join all the new friends here, okay? You left that little boy behind, and they're all joining you in your new job? Because I don't want to wait for a new city and a new job. So, what kind of job are you joining? It's a typist type job. So, they take all their belongings and decorate the table that was given to them. They're taking a photo of their son. Time is passing by. The heroine's work is going well. It's evening too. So now I don't want to go to school to call their son, so I waited outside the school. But if you look at the boy, it doesn't look like he's happy. He came very sad. Our heroine understands that he won't have any new friends. He didn't even answer our heroine's question, and they eat as soon as they get home. While we were eating, what was going on with our heroine at her work? What did he do? Told that little boy everything. At that moment, the phone starts ringing again. There is some hesitation in her mind. Even if it were, it would have been ignored. Besides, it's time to sleep. So they pick up a book and read it to their son because they want to tell him a story. If you look in that book, there's a story about a goat, that is. I have put everything in the scene where the enemy came and threw the clothes down during the fight between the goat and its enemy, and also as if it had fallen off a bridge. So, that ends the story. Stately. The little boy said, Mom, tell me another story. Look, it's already 2. Late, I have to go to school tomorrow, so sleep well. Just as I said, the little boy came and said, Okay. Like a child who listens to what you say, do unlock my door, our heroine says, and then opens it and comes out. So he comes outside and starts watching TV. At that moment, the phone starts to ring. So, he quickly came and answered the phone. So, it sounds like someone is talking on that phone, calling the heroine's name. They immediately cut to whatever our heroine is doing without giving any answer. So they cut it and come back and start watching TV. While you're watching that, suddenly the TV turns off. So the heroine doesn't understand anything. They come and check and appreciate it. But I don't know what the problem is. It won't turn on. At that time, what was happening was still strange, but they were sitting on a sofa. It looks like someone scratched the center of that sofa. So before this, even a short time ago, they would have watched this. So who would have done something like this? So they'd just take it as it is and ignore it. Then, suddenly, water starts dripping from that pipe. She didn't understand anything, as if she didn't know what was going on. But at that moment, the phone rang again, and the heroine angrily came to answer it and asked if she could talk to him. But it was the heroine's mother who made this call. Their name is Elizabeth. So, when he found out that it was his mother, he got really angry with her. Did you give everyone your number? Did you give my husband your number? I only know. When they say it like that, a man must have come and talked to me a while ago, right? He's like the heroine's husband. What if the heroine's mother says, Look here, I came here and gave your number only to your close friends, so why? Are you giving my number? Why did I come here? I know you're angry with your husband for saying, I want to be alone. Why are you ruining my privacy? You're angry with him for what he did. But you should also understand a little. If you say that you will be alone for a long time, what will the heroine say? Look here. You are the only one who is like this. But my grandmother came and always supported me in this matter. Look here. Now I am also supporting you. I don't support your husband at all. However, he said that he should listen to what he had to say, and that he would also come to California for a while, in a somewhat favorable manner to his son-in-law. I didn't say that I wanted to stay at your house for a while, but our heroine Koama said that she would never give her address to anyone, and then they cut it short. At the same time, this side lusted after this little boy. He was in his room when he saw it, and while he was in the room he said he heard something and opened the window to look at the lake. When you look at it like that, you know something's happening in that lake. When he saw this, he just stared at it as if he was hypnotized. If you look inside his room, you'll see something like a black liquid. It arrived and the door was locked. He immediately started screaming in fear. Ivan shouted, and when our heroine came up to him and asked what happened, this little boy also told him everything that happened. Like this, a light came on in that lake. I'm scared, but even now, I think I'm dreaming of our heroine here again and again. They reassure you by saying that it's nothing, okay? You've just moved to a new house and haven't seen any of that. That's why you're feeling this way. But at the same time, if that black liquid gets into their house, it's like they're going to get into it. Cut to this. Our heroine's little boy is put to bed. She comes to the hall and looks for one of her earrings. While searching, I notice something like a pile of cotton under a cupboard. That's why that sofa is still the same color. So that's why our heroine is a little scared now. What they do immediately is take a blanket and cover them up. And they just sit there. So, our heroine has a habit. From a young age, whenever I had any fear, I would cover myself with a blanket like this. Their grandmother will come and make peace. So they're making that a flashback for us. When our heroine was young, she would see something and cover herself with a blanket like this out of fear. So this grandma came here and said, you always have to be brave. I'll always be on your side, okay? Besides that, come on, I'll tell you a story, okay? Saying that the grandmother comes and tells the heroine many stories about their childhood. Just saying that would make her forget all her problems. If you just cut the scene and watch the next scene, it's in the morning. Our heroine finally gets a chance to talk to the doctor. That's why our heroine would have tried to call a doctor after getting a lot of help. That doctor must have called. So what does our heroine say to him? My husband came and tried to call me like this. But I'm not taking it, I've been saying. Everything that happened here. The doctor came and asked if I was okay. Do you ever have dreams like that again? When our heroine heard that, she said, yes, that's right. But if you have any medicine for that, please tell me. I'm going to start my medication again. I mean, what the doctor says is that it shouldn't happen again. So whatever you do, arrange a meeting. So when I asked where you are now, I said I'm not in that city like you think I am. I've just moved away. When I asked I'm in a different place right now, the doctor asked, so where are you? But our heroine came and didn't answer the doctor. Just said, I'll call you later and cut the time. So he hangs up the call and goes straight to the next place, to the house owner's house. It's because not all things will be damaged. The TV is not working at all. It's just dripping water. Oh, so they're going to complain about it. If you say that there's a little work to be done in a house like this, then whatever the owner says, I'll fix it myself and give it to him, saying that the heroine said okay and left. As soon as he left, the house owner's wife came to us like this and asked, look, this is how nice we are. Don't fix everything and give it away. They are very arrogant and say that they are the ones who broke all this. It's night. Our heroine, that lion, has come and cleaned it up. Isn't there a TV now? So I turned on the radio and cleaned. It's suddenly all the lights there start flickering. Not only that, but if you look at that little boy on this side, he'll start looking at that lake again. When you look at it like that, what happens to this thing? If you see some kind of figure from inside that lake, will it come out just like that? So he was so scared that he just stood there and watched. So he quickly went to his bed and took the blanket and covered it. At the same time, if this character had been seen by our heroine, she would have been listening to that radio and cleaning it up. There seems to be some problem with that radio. What is this? Is there another storm coming? When you come outside like that, it's terribly windy. The dog next door must have seen this and been bitten. That too, just by looking at that lake. Come down slowly and look at that lake, Papa. That's when they start chasing us. I saw a figure standing outside the little boy's room. At the same time, he was in love with that little boy, sitting there in fear of that torch, isn't he? Then that figure appeared, and it just came into his room. Just look at him getting into bed. It was liquid for so long, suddenly transformed into some kind of human form and started to grab him, causing him to scream in fear. That's all. Hearing this noise, our heroine screamed and rushed inside the house. But the door can't be opened. It seems like it's stuck. Isn't their little boy screaming? I don't know what they're doing either. So they took this one, broke that window, and somehow got in quickly. Before I could get inside, that little boy came and started screaming. However, he quickly climbed up, saying, "Oh my God, what happened? If you look at their son, he's quiet now." He looks at the heroine's face and tells her to go home. Just like that, the Chinese are cut off. It's the next day now. What does our heroine do again? She comes to the house owner and tells him everything that happened yesterday. She's been waiting a lot like this. The door got stuck. So my son came and screamed in fear. They say, "Oh, I broke the window to see him." But what are you saying to this house owner? Look, you just came here and said all this. Don't let your little boy play by that lake. We won't do anything about it breaking now that it's gone. You'll fix it properly. They are scolding me terribly for that. So, our heroine says okay and leaves. Then shouldn't they pick up their boyfriend in the evening? So go to school and pick it up? But if you look at this picture, her son looks very sad. Okay, why are you so sad? Come on, I'll come and take you to the park. I'll say that and take you to a park. There are lots of little kids playing there. But this little boy just sat there quietly, not going anywhere. Look, if you don't go and work with everyone, they'll all talk to you. Let's go play and see. If you say so, that little boy will say, "Okay, look," and there will be someone standing there playing alone. He wants to go and play too. At that time, they heard a horn and looked behind our heroine to see what was going on. I don't know why he's running away in fear when he sees that lonely boy. As soon as he sees our little boy, he runs away in fear and hides behind a tree. So, the heroine's boyfriend got very upset and came to the heroine angrily, telling her to go home like this. He gets angry and leaves, saying, "I don't have any friends. Now they're coming home to cut it. It's getting dark." The heroine has arrived and is preparing the meal. Look, when you do that, you don't feel anything. Like this, I often ask, "You what you're taking home with you?" "God, I can't go home at all, because your father will be there. I'm afraid someone will hurt you again." But no matter what our little boy says, I've always forgiven my father for this. The drawing he drew. The heroine is horrified when she sees those drawings, because there's the heroine in that little boy. Along with that shadow is a man of some sort. That's why I love those shadows. These are my new friends. They have been my intro since that moment. You broke the story yesterday. What did you come to see? I was just talking to them at the time. I would say so. The heroine was shocked to see this and said, "Look, there's nothing like that here. No matter what you're saying, she's my new best friend." So they want us both to go to that lake and talk, so to speak. But the heroine came here and dreamed a lot. If you say there's nothing like that, look here, you go and see it. They'll come and say, "I'll definitely see you." And that's how he ends the conversation. It's almost night now. That little boy just stares at the lake. Look, it's starting to glow again. At the same time, our heroine, this time, came and got that. So for ready. It must have been torn, right? When you're ready to do it, if you look again, the light comes on and flickers. They will have a little fear in their hearts. At the same time, the creature appears to be following them, making us feel lustful. Then the heroine will turn, back in fear when she hears the correct phone call. Then come and see that image. Are they the ones who are being chased away? What happens next is that our heroine seems to fall into the water from that spot. However, they manage to swim to shore and climb up. If you look, that sofa is there. Their son would be sitting on the steps watching all this. Did you talk to that friend after seeing your mother like this? Say so. But our heroine must be very scared. Don't make any answer, they're just saying it's nothing, okay? They're just quickly coming and hugging the little boy. Time is passing so quickly that the little boy doesn't get scared of. Even if the heroine tries to come and talk to him about something, if he gets angry, a lot of things will fall apart. No. The heroine came and saw all this and got a little scared. Okay. I'll deal with this through Ivan, but your birthday's coming up in a few days. We can have a small party for that. You can invite a lot of people to that. So they've got all the work ready for that. When you get ready like that, there will be some magazines on the table. She feels like it's coming, and it's very strong. It's getting better again, Takunu. This is why some heroines suddenly start getting headaches. However, it seems like our heroine somehow managed to get all those invitations ready. But no matter what that little boy says, no one will come here to see what he sees. Only the friends in that lake will come. Not only that, but they made me a promise. When our heroine heard all this and said, "What kind of house are you going to take me to?" she got a little scared. At the same time, All the lights in there start to flicker. Seeing this, the heroine got scared and quickly went away, sending that little boy away. If you go and see him, he will disappear. In fear, if our heroine came to the side and said, "What's that noise?" it would be like someone coming into their house from that lake. So Iva, who was scared, grabbed a knife and held it in her hand. Where did that figure go? So I stayed inside that house out of fear. Then her son came and stood in front. Of her, she looked back and forth in fear, but when she looked back, she saw a terrifying figure standing before her. They must be cruel to watch. Are you scared of seeing this? Whatever that figure does, our heroine just likes it. If you look inside its body, it looks like tentacles have come out and grabbed the heroine and started pulling her inside. What did our heroine do out of fear? Did she scream or not? That knife is for one person, whatever that creature does. It will immediately strike the heroine. She flew away, came down, rolled and fell. When the heroine's boyfriend comes and wakes her up, asking what's wrong, our heroine quickly calls the little boy and gets in the car. But even after getting into the car, the little boy asked, "Are we going to our house?" And the heroine became very tense. The car arrives immediately and starts, but the car didn't start. That's it. This is why I'm so scared. What? So if the little boy saw this, would his mother have forgiven him? I promise you. Now on, I'll pretend that lady in that river doesn't even look at you. He apologizes for that. So our heroine also felt a little emotional and went to the back seat. She also hugged the little boy, feeling very emotional, and fell asleep right there. So don't cut it now. It will be done the next morning. Does our heroine think she can fix everything?
But nothing comes out right.
So, okay, let's call our church and talk. So I called the church and asked if there was a sister like that. While they were asking what happened, our heroine came and said, "There is a ghost in our house. Come to it and tell it that you want to watch it." So, as soon as they heard the word ghost, they just came and left. It's very difficult for her. The heroine. So our heroine doesn't know what to do about this? So okay, let's get ready for our son's birthday party. If that happens, everything will be okay. They say that and get ready for the birthday party, expecting a lot of people to come. Should have been decorated nicely like this. It's evening too, but no one seems to be coming. So the heroine is suffering a lot because of this. Husband is calling again tonight. That's why the angry heroine doesn't have to call me anymore. If you keep calling me like this, I'll put a hair on you and make it so you can't see your boyfriend. I threatened to leave. At that time, the heroine was scared of seeing this. Why do they see everything in their house as if it had melted? They are the ones who are scared. At the same time, they get that headache again. So when I felt it and opened my eyes again, everything was normal. It's like this. And the next thing you know, while you're in the kitchen looking for something, these guys come and push the boy's suitcase down. If you look inside, they'll have come and prepared the invitation, right? That's why they would have come to that birthday party and told everyone to come and give it to their classmate. Okay, all those invitation cards are in his bag. He would never have given it. When the heroine saw this, she got angry and came to him and asked him why he was doing this. She didn't even give it to him, so the little boy ran away in anger and disappeared. Even so, when I dragged him outside and asked him why he was doing this and that, he responded by cursing the heroine terribly, saying, "I'm not like everyone else. I am different from them." Started to feel like no one would join him. So this is making things very difficult for our heroine. Apologized to her son. They comfort me by asking, "Can we both fix this together?" Then the next day they come and drop me off at school. But when they saw them at school, 2 students got scared and went to tell the teacher something. Seeing this, the little boy said, "I can't do anything, but it would be very difficult for the heroine." So, okay, let's talk to the principal. They are acting like they are waiting for something like that. It's just like that, the chain is cut. After some time, our heroine returns home. When I look inside the house, I hear a noise that sounds like someone is there. When I saw who it was the house owner's wife. It's as if they've unknowingly come into our heroine's house to see what she's up to.
But our heroine is.
Now watching the film directly, when I ask why you came into the house without my permission, I say, "Look, you quickly leave that house and vacate it. I don't like you at all. You only have 30 days. They scolded him, saying, "Empty it and go somewhere else," and left. So this made it very difficult for our heroine. So you started drinking like you used to. Then her stomach started to hurt. Again, so while she's enduring all that, she hears the sound of her boyfriend singing. Our frightened heroine runs after him, shouting his name, telling him not to go there. But if you look inside, he will be in the... Just like that, he grabbed the little boy and dragged him away. So, seeing this, our heroine gets scared and quickly jumps into the water. They jumped into the water and somehow saved their son and brought him outside. Somehow they save it at the last second. Whatever it is, everything seems wrong for our heroine now. That's why they've started making terrible drinks again, because they can't fix anything. That's why they're scolding her terribly, even at her own expense. You can't concentrate on your work. Should've said that you can't work properly. After hearing all this, our heroine couldn't take it anymore. It's terrible. You just started scolding me with that pass. Do you know how much trouble I have? There's a ghost in my house. What's this boss who started talking like this? Seeing all this? Is he talking like this? I think maybe she needs some good psychiatric treatment.
I didn't, but if you've seen our heroine, look here. I don't need your help. I'm resigning from my job.
Saying that angrily, they left and came straight to see me. You look there. There will be someone there. When he saw our heroine looking sad, he came to me and asked if I could dance with him. I also saw our heroine and started dancing and complaining about everything to her. Don't cut it like that now. It's time for that little boy to cut school. Let's go pick up the boy right away. If you come to pick it up like that, you'll see the boy. I don't know where he went. She asks all the students there about her boyfriend, but they say they don't know. Maybe our husband kidnapped the boy? Because he was the one who called so often, they quickly called the police, realizing that it was him. Immediately afterwards, our heroine arrives at the police station and begins an investigation. Even then, what the investigators say is, your son is not like this with your husband. We investigated. We need to talk to you then. What happened to the mother? That's why your son had an accident. So you come and tell him? And then look here. Why are you asking all that? That's the end of the story. And then the inspector comes and says, no, you have to tell me, and our heroine starts telling us too. I asked my husband to watch the boy and went shopping. But he came and looked after me properly. Came and played a video game. So my son fell into the pool there. He was playing the game without even noticing it. I saw this a while ago when I was shopping. I somehow managed to get my son out of there by jumping. Meanwhile, a large medical team came and took care of my son, so I even fought with my husband and ended up breaking up with him. But then, when this inspector asked her what was going on, she heard something. Okay, tell me what happened there. But when she heard him say nothing happened there, she heard something. No matter what I look at, it's her phone that's ringing. Her mother is calling. Then something starts to come to her mind. I immediately panicked and told this inspector that I needed water. He quickly got out of there as soon as he returned. They give us a twist every time the show comes out. But even now, they're acting like they're in the 1950s. But looking at everything outside, it seems like we're in the 21st century. So, our heroine is fast, isn't she? She's getting to her car. The car is just like hers. It's a little strong. So hurry up and go to her house. When I got home, everything was broken and in disrepair. Until now, everything must have seemed new to our heroine, right? So now it seems clear. She often gets headaches and all those things seem a little blurry and the heroine doesn't understand anything. He quickly comes looking for her son and takes him to the hospital. Then, when she heard the sound of her son singing, she saw that he was sitting to one side, drawing. Is it near the kitchen? So, nothing will happen to you if you go to him, but whatever he says, no, it's time. For me to go home? That's what I'm saying. But you shouldn't go anywhere without our heroine. We won't go anywhere. I started to scold him, but the little boy said, I have to leave, Mom, and started to go to the lake. Seeing this, our heroine grabs him and says, look, you shouldn't go anywhere, and pushes him down and stands near the door. What happens at that time is that a terrible storm is starting to blow. So this little boy is starting to control all these things with his power. So everything is starting to fall apart. At the same time, a tentacle-like creature appeared from the sky, grabbed our heroine, and dragged her into the water, and that's where that cruel lady figure is. So seeing that, our heroine got scared and somehow managed to escape from it and come back upstairs. When he got there, the little boy looked at his